So these two sort of images, the green line, the red line, the blue line. So the blue line's the club shaft and sort of the centre of you effectively, red being your lead leg and so on, and where you're trying to move through. So the left-hand one here before, you can see moving off that red line, your knees moved a lot on the way back away from that line. A lot of legginess in that swing. I mean, the knees are almost together at this position now, so stability now is not going to be that very sort of positive, okay? You're going to lose a bit of balance. Uphill lies, you're going to be falling back even more, so you're going to find difficulty on sloping lies, okay? And then trying to get back to the golf ball now, your left hip starts moving back, and it just about gets back, but you can see impact. I would say there's kind of roughly the edge of your hand, so based on the blur, we'll go in the middle. Your hands are slightly behind the golf ball, with your hip barely getting through that red line and hanging back. Now, this is a practice swing, okay? So you watch as the club gets taken away now. It's the difference in that left hip. Yeah? So you haven't moved off the line that much. Now as you start down,
it's going forward.
You're already there. You're there. So now when you come through impact here, next frame, there's impact roughly. Look where your hands are in relation to your legs. Look where your hip is in relation to that red line. You've moved that way. There's no ball in the way, obviously, so it's easier. You're not trying to hit the ball now. You're focusing on the movement. So you've got to try and do this movement, I don't know, 5-10 minutes a day every day if you can do. So you might get 50 reps done in 5-10 minutes. You do 50 a day, do it twice, you get 100. That's 200, that's 700 a week. That's sort of 3,000 over a month kind of thing.
Yeah.
Through the winter now, by sort of like November, December time, you've done 10,000 repetitions, doing 10 minutes a day. Every day, admittedly, but you think 10 minutes a day we could find that quite easily. Doesn't have to go, oh, hang on, I'm going to the driving range and spend 3 hours on the range hitting golf balls. You go, hang on, I'm going to get them 7 iron and put a towel on the ground outside somewhere and just make some swings. And you'll see when you finish the swing and now you're up on that left-hand side. Now, when the ball's there, the line's not quite there. That's not too bad there. You've got to move it there. It's a little bit kind of dropping down a little bit, so your head does drop a smidgen, okay? So we're still trying to pivot while maintaining our spine angle, okay? So we're able to move towards that line there now. Good movement here now. You see just clipping that mat at the bottom. Not massively. Hands are sitting in a better position. Your hips gone through that red line more. And then through towards a follow through, not too bad, but ideally.
Is that maybe because I dipped in the edge?
Just a smidgen. You basically, your low point was better, but you lowered the low point. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we've got to move the low point from back here, but not move it to here. Yeah. Also move it to where the ball is. It's got to be on the same level, but move to the left, not lowered. Now, if your knee does what it does there, and your head sort of drops as a result of that, that's something to be mindful of. If your knee's sort of squatting down there, we're trying to do that way. If you look at me sort of face on here, my knee is still moving there, but I'm still kind of maintaining my height as I do. I'm not going up and going down. So, but it kind of goes against a lot of what people get told when they first start playing. Oh, keep your head down, keep your head down. We want to be extending and staying as tall as we can. Every golfer gets told to keep your head down. You're crouching down and getting worse. So, get that position there. But you can see now you've maintained it, created a nice sort of hip and top half sort of lean, so your pelvis is rotated correctly. The legs now, even though your leg has moved a little bit down and you've come forward, if I clear all these lines out of the way, just look at the difference in sort of stability in that backswing compared to that one. I mean, if you saw someone, any sport, that looks a little bit more on the ground, like you're going to be able to... exactly. That looks a bit... Almost like you're playing a golf shot left-handed the other way, doesn't it? Like almost like you're doing a small little chip shot. You can sort of just go and dink your legs. You're kind of just in that sort of position. So if we can get the legs, using them, obviously they're a strength of yours. You play football, you're strong leg, and that's kind of where I think your swing kind of evolves from because it's something you're used to using and so on. So if we can utilise the strength that you have beneath the hips, but use them correctly, the top half can create the right spine angle. That can then create the right path into the golf ball, stop those big pulls. And then we can get the ball and the club swinging towards the target line, and the strike getting better because you're able to move now from here, you're able to move now there towards target. Because you're not going to move very far, And the smaller the movement has to be made, the more likely you are to make it in a better, more accurate way, If I said to you, okay, aim a gun 2 inches left of that one and then pull it across and fire it, you could pull the trigger quite comfortably. If I said aim over here and then try and go and hit the white line, I mean, you get it right 1 in 100 kind of thing. So the less you've got to move the hip, the more accurately you're going to be to find where your left hip needs to be for impact. So we can get on that left side as you come back down, extend up onto that left side. And that's a really good kind of like visual there from where you are there. Nice sort of, everything's going that way. Trail legs kind of moving in there. Hips have definitely moved laterally towards target, And the low point is better. Not where it wants to be quite, but it's kind of moving in the right direction to where you want to go. Okay? All right, so good morning, buddy. All right? Yep. Good stuff there.